They've always been the one that other teams are chasing and trying to emulate.
Solent Kestrels hang on. The treble is theirs.
Now in basketball, Team Solent Kestrels, the team who train in Southampton and play there, beat Level Storm 106-89, a 22nd consecutive league win.
South Coast dreams in the northwest.
But right now, proving that they can take everybody's best shot.
And Newcastle will dribble the ball out as the Solent Kestrels retain the National Cup.
If you look at the teams that they've had across the seasons, they've all been consistent at wanting to achieve greatness. Consistency. I'd probably say in one word, that's been Solent for across the 8 years and probably beyond my time as well. They've been consistently a professionally run outfit with professional players who have all wanted one thing, that's to win. In the team, compared to previous years, there's a core group of the Itchen guys who are coming in and putting in proper minutes. Obviously on the team you've got the likes of Andre, Ash, Ethan. I'm literally just going to name the entire team. You see with a lot of other teams, you've got the one good player in I don't want to say mediocre, but an alright team. But Solent, if say Andre has a bad game, which is rare, someone else will step up and drop the points needed. If Luke doesn't, someone else will. They're a team that when you look at the stats, aren't shining in a massive way. But if you look at beyond the stats, there's so much happening beyond that, and they're all kind of supporting each other on and off the court.
So everyone kind of thought that Barnet have pretty much solidified the league. So we had to be clean slate, no mistakes at all.
Hello and welcome to North London for today's NBL Division 1 fixture between the Barnet Bulldogs and the Solent Kestrels.
You know when you're just ready for a hostile environment? Yeah. I was ready for a hostile environment. I was kind of ready for any mind games. You know, you kind of know what you're going to get yourself into. There's definitely a grit to that Barnet team.
You know when your little sister or a little brother just rage bait you? This is how I felt. That's the emotion I felt, because I knew from an ego perspective and a pride perspective that we had to beat them.
I feel like they were as confident in their ability, or they were confident in their chances of winning the treble as we were.
Round all the way to the basket for the reverse, through two defenders. Early shot in the offense here for Arisol. It's good.
We got a bit of, I wouldn't say beef, but competition with a few of their guys. I think that's probably one of my better games I had this season. Winning games versus teams in that environment.
Osei Owusu to the rim for the and one. Great performance at the end of that quarter from the Kestrels, keeping the Barnet Bulldogs to just 4 points in the period.
Unbelievable job, 4 points in that quarter. We've done a fantastic job getting to the backboard, meeting physicality. We're setting the tone with how physical that we're playing, and they are struggling. They're breaking apart. They're arguing with each other. The coaches, subbing multiple guys in, trying to find answers. So we've set the standard there. We continue that for another 20 minutes.
Honestly, in those moments, and I'll be completely honest, in those moments, it wasn't about who's the top of the table. It was about us beating exactly who they are, me and Sable. So many people that were just rivals, and it was great, and I loved it because that's what a season, the competitive nature is. But it's just, those moments, I was we need to beat them. If we don't, I'm going to have to move country.
Solent struggling to get things going in the second half now.
Good start on a lot of the things we did well in the second.
Round from way outside. From the corner, hits it from the corner, and we have a tie game.
Yeah, it was enjoyable to be honest. It was enjoyable to be honest. Yeah, we enjoyed it. I feel like that's one thing about us. Like, we have a certain way of playing. We're like a high volume, high paced team, but at the same time, if it's a game of physicality, we're not going to allow ourselves to get pushed over. So that's part of the like I said, the preparation. Like, we were ready for that. I felt like, and that's what made it enjoyable.
Here's Briggs, hits the floater. That one's taken the air out the room here in London. McCowan finds Brown. Brown through the contact and one. All to play for, with potentially the season on the line. Could this decide it for the home team?
Oh, I remember it like I'm getting rage baited just by thinking about it, because it should have never have got to that point.
And then they had the timeout, and we said anything, we'll switch. Any contact, anything.
And here we go, inbound pass to Brown.
So then I was like, oh dear, now they've got a wide open look under the basket.
They get like a wide open layup.
And Brown puts it up with the left.
Yeah, everyone's just in panic mode. Like, no one's there's no strap there.
No good, it's rattling around under the rim.
They got the rebound on the other side, starting getting a bunch of tips, and I was stood behind Ash.
I'm on the floor, like, disorientated, like, holy crap, like, how am I even on the floor right now?
And then when the ball's on the rim, I just thought, bat it well. To be honest, I thought we had a minute left.
Recovered, floated up, dancing on the rim, can't tip it back in. Briggs tips it out to Round.
But the basketball gods were in our favour, right?
And that will do it.
But then when they blow the whistle, the buzzer goes off, you don't see us celebrate straight away, because we're all like, did someone foul? Did he score? Like, we don't know like what even happened right now.
And then when the whistles blew out, that's why everyone was in confusion, because we thought, what was the call? Who fouled? And
I chucked it down the other end, and the buzzer went, and it was sort of a weird moment, because we all sort of sat there and we're like, what's just happened?
The Solent Kestrels narrowly take victory here in North London against the Barnet Bulldogs.
Holy crap.
And then someone just went, that's it, that's the game. And we went, oh, great, we won. So it was probably the messiest defensive possession we had all year. But I mean, you know, it did end in a stop, so you know we can't beat ourselves up about that.
They need just one win against the City of London Academy next week to mark their place as this year's league winners, with just one more trophy to collect.
If you had to pick one game in the season, that would be the game that reflected everything. That game right there, to me, that was our final. Yeah, that was the game for me that I think I will always remember and be the key one of this year, was that us versus Barnet at Barnet.
The Elite Eight of the EABL here as Itchen College host the Charnwood Riders. Of course, Itchen home games here in the playoffs are few and far between, but the home court is absolutely packed.
Keys for us, let's not get too high or too low. Everyone championship mindset. Celebrate each other. Don't get on at each other. You know, everyone out there needs to be playing with confidence. All right, and you guys are directly responsible for filling each other with confidence and belief. Right? So that's the mindset we've got to have for 40 minutes. Not too high, not too low. Supporting each other. We've got great bench energy, and we've got all of those kind of small things that impact win. Right?
I feel like we were too overconfident, and everyone was like surprised when they like threw the first punch at us.
And we are underway here across the bridge in Itchen.
Curran on Elijah Lodrick. Oh, mean step back and gets the shot to go and lets Elijah know about it.
Cope on the inside, swing out to Offman.
Curran driving through the lane, loses it though. Gets the shot up and one. Itchen seems to be breaking apart at the moment.
Hoffman drives left, step in, freezes the defender and good. Hopefully that will get Itchen a little bit back into this game.
Yeah, Itchen College lucky to find themselves down by 3 at half-time.
That was definitely a moment that sort of tested me and what I could give to the team. Obviously as a third year, as a leader of the team.
I think we're all very sort of antsy and worried right now because we know this game isn't going the way we know it should. Like, we know what we should be doing to this team. But if you look at face value, we're down 3, alright? Like, this is not the end of the season already. This is not game over. We've got a second half. Let's make this reverse Cola. Like, we were up 20 against Cola at half-time. We could be up 30 against these guys in the second half. Like, this game's not over, so don't, like, we're getting very anxious, we're getting very, like, chippy and, like, sort of, like, jumpy at things. We just got to stick together, trust what we do well. Game's not over, okay? We've got a second half, 3-point game, that's nothing. Like, we got this, right?
It was obviously going in there, we were frustrated, but after we spoke together and then Matt and Jack came in and they spoke to us, we came out sort of a different team.
Round, receives the screen from Draven. Space opens up, layup gets it down.
Everyone realised that we came to the game way too easy, so like everyone locked in and yeah, everyone was just like focused on defence, offence, and it was like great. Even on the bench as well, like when you're subbed off, like the energy was great as well, and yeah, it was good. Yeah.
Ethan Round goes right, pulls up, bottom, his first free. Osei Owusu in transition.
Oh, yeah, you know when he's going down the fast break, he's going to dunk every time. It was a shame it wasn't on someone, it was just open.
Down hard! Osei Owusu, the tides are turning in the South Coast.
Comes on to Lotriet, 3 up and down, and fires Itchen into the next round, and lets his bench know they made their way onto the court.
And that's the sound of the final buzzer jubilation for this young Itchen side. They have booked their ticket to the semi-finals of the EABL. And it has been a dramatic end to this season, but the Solent Kestrels can put the dagger at the end here at the sports complex and win the Division 1 title. First time in a few years, Riven.
I know Cola are athletic, they're well coached, they're a bunch of young guys, so they have energy for days. This could go either or.
Just about this game, this is us building off for a playoff final. Alright, so this, whatever happens now, represents us as a team. Let's just play hard, alright? Let's have fun, let's have fun. Go, Tom, you got it. This is a 3, 1, 2, 3, let's go!
Then the last time we did play, we lost. So I was going into the game thinking, this is the biggest banana skin we're going to play.
Left-hand side, the drive, the kick, Banjoko, gas, back to Banjoko, his three-pointer, cash money from Banjoko. And the pace is continuing to be fast here in the Solent Sports Complex. Cola not giving an inch.
And the energy and the pace is lively now. We expected this with the young squad of Cola, but it's definitely there.
Hoffman and Blower make their way onto the court.
Just to like train all the time and like have a bigger role and play more minutes is definitely like a proud moment, because like, you know, like I've always wanted to, from watching it when I was younger, you know, like them play and like me wanting to be a part of that and actually being a part of that is actually a good feeling, yeah.
Hoffman, his first free of the game. Connects! Hoffman's away and away now.
Hoffman for 3 again! Connects for 3 again.
Thompson for 3! A return free from Thompson. And we've got a competitive game on our hands, Riven.
With my shot, I feel like as soon as I see one go in, that's all I need. Caught one in the left corner, I hit the first, and then just from there I knew that first one felt good. Got a bit of rhythm, and then you started going down after that.
Find Andre Aerosol wide open, Thomas Blower. You cannot leave that man wide open in the corner, because he will deliver.
Kick to that man once again. Thomas Blower with another 3 here.
Do you know what, Tom me off. He's so good. He's like the slasher of the team. Like, he'll either score a couple or the kid is just going off consecutively.
9 seconds left on the shot clock. A pull-up. Thomas Blower is feeding it from 3-point range.
It's not just like 3 minutes down the line, he's hit another 3. Like, he'll somehow just bag 15 points within 2 minutes all of a sudden. And that's Tom.
Game slowly eking out as Blower for the most points in the Kestrels jersey.
I think surely it would be, and it's been a fantastic, regardless, it's been a fantastic showing by Thomas Blower, of course, out of the Itchen Academy.
I feel like for years I've been playing at a lower level, and I got to the point where I was like, can I really play at this high level, and then show myself that I'm able to play with some of these top guys and see how far I can take this.
Well, a win next weekend against the London Stars would just be the icing on the cake. But the Solent Kestrels are your NBL Division 1 title winners. It's official.
The Kohler game. You know, I think that was quite quiet. It was quite tame.
We got the dub. I love you all. Let's go win the playoff champs.
Because we were like, job not done. Like,
it's going to be loud. They are going to be very intense, very physical. We've got to prepare ourselves for that. We've got to be brave and loose and focused. All right, so it's important that you create that atmosphere on the bench. If you see someone who's maybe struggling, help them with their resets. But yeah, it's going to take a complete team effort. We've worked so hard to get to this point. The opportunity is right there for us. But it's very important that we have that mindset, and you guys will create that with how you are on the bench, how you're interacting with each other. Okay.
Fight for everything. Every 50-50 has to become a 60-40. Every loose ball we have to dive on. Every defensive possession will be locked in 24 seconds, 100% effort. Alright, everything we put in this year, the losses, the 17s, the early mornings, everything we've done this year comes to this moment, okay? And if we walk away from here thinking this is a waste because we didn't try hard enough, we'll regret it.
Like, because I always, like, that was my one goal, like, Itchen. Like, for this season, it was like, I want to win the EABL for Itchen.
I was feeling it more. I felt like I had more fire in me go, which meant I was able to perform a lot better.
Just my team. I like just putting the effort in for like, because I want to contribute to the team. If the team wins, then I win. Like that's how I think, anyways.
It's net zero right now, but we know it's been up and down. You know, it's not as much as like 7 or 10 at some point. So like, they're going to go on runs, we're going to go on runs. This is not a game that's going to be won in 10 minutes. It's going to take the full 40. We have to treat every possession like it's the final possession.
I was sprinting, I passed the ball to Ethan. Ethan then passes it to Javen. And Javen was coming at such a speed, I thought his momentum's a bit too fast to be going to layup. Not anything bad about Javen, but like, I could tell that there was going to be something off about the layup. and I had a feeling to jump, but I was only jumping to get the rebound. But when I jumped, I realised I was so high up, and I just naturally just put it back in the rim. But
season, like that's the last time we would play juniors basketball like ever, basically, like, and we were like really, we were set on like getting to the finals, like everyone was bought into that goal of getting to the finals, and we just came short of it. But so that was a bit, it's draining when you train a lot for something and then just like you don't make it, basically.
I remember because I dribbled the ball out. It was really tough. I just remember being, obviously immediately just being disappointed. And it's so tough because we put so much into that season. Like all the guys sacrificed so much. You know, we'd spent a whole, like we went up on the Tuesday, we spent the whole evening and the whole day preparing for this game, and we couldn't convert. So it was a big disappointment, but then looking back on it, like that doesn't define our season. You know, it was one game and we were there. We just didn't execute. So I'm still like super proud of what we were able to do in that season. Obviously coming here new, and I obviously knew some of the people, but so many people have helped me with so much stuff. And I could thank, 1,000 people since coming down here. But I think I've got to sort of, specifically in Southampton, I've got to give credit to my girlfriend. Like, I met her the first day I came here, and I knew of her, and then when we were together, she's just done absolute wonders for me in terms of, helping me out with my mindset, getting used to the sort of structure, life down here, and whenever I needed anything, she would never hesitate to come and help me. And yeah, there've been some real struggles, and yeah, there's probably times that I wouldn't have got through if it weren't for her. So yeah, I've got to shout her out. I've always said my biggest sort of achievement that I want to attain is to play professionally. Wherever that is, however I get there, I want to do that. And then I guess after that, it would be, just reaching the highest level that I can do, having the best career that I can. And then once my career is done, I obviously want to stay in the sport. I love the sport, and once my career is done, I think you've got to move on to sort of giving back and helping others. I've got big inspirations from my dad, who coached me, and my siblings, who coach as well. So sort of giving back, whether it's through coaching, or I've always been interested in sports psychology, so going into that route. I could write an essay on what basketball means to me and what basketball's done for me. I think, if the thing for me is basketball has always been a part of my life for however long I can remember, and in different sort of levels and in different ways. But I've always had it in my life, and it's almost grown in my life as I've gotten older, and I almost don't know life without it. So it means a hell of a lot, and it's something I love, and I've always loved, and it's always been a part of me. But at the same time, like, I've never let it sort of consume me, if you know what I mean. It's very easy to get caught up in basketball and get caught up in your mind about how good you are as a basketball player and, you know, feeling rubbish about yourself and this and that. But sometimes it's good to remind yourself that basketball, you know, I picked up basketball because I found it fun and I loved playing basketball. And sometimes I got to remember that I love playing basketball, and that's the most important thing, is that it's something that I found fun, and I still find fun. And yeah, there's a quote that I got told by my brother, who he's 26 at the time of recording, and he's one of the wisest people I've ever met. But he said basketball is the most important of the least important things, if you know what I mean. Like, obviously to me, basketball is super important, and I almost couldn't imagine my life without it. But there's plenty of things that come before basketball in terms of family, friends, loved ones, all this kind of stuff, that sometimes you've got to remember that basketball's not the be-all and end-all. And you know, you've got to you can't attribute your life as a basketball player to your life as a person, and you know, you are more than what you are as a player. And I think that's really important to remember. And it's something I forget sometimes, and it's important to remind myself that, you know, if I have a rubbish game or a rubbish training session, or I feel rubbish about myself as a player, it's just to remember that basketball's a game, basketball's fun, and yeah, there's more to life to it than that.
You see, what the kids don't know is that to be a professional basketball player, you have to understand the craft of Mario Kart.
Is that you behind me?
No.
Yeah, it is.
It's death.
Go away.
Oh, that's it. Someone's just ruined me.
On camera as well. As evidence.
Andre, how does it feel to lose?
He's used to it. He never wins at Mario
If you
Kart.
guys came last night, you would understand that I might be the best player in the world.
No.
As of today, no. It's squeaky bum time.
Undefeated.
Fine,
Undefeated.
Whatever. It's because the cameras are here that I did it for you to make you look good. Okay.
Can't hack it.
We're ready. Okay, so Ella worked at a doggy daycare where I took Milo back in Northampton. One day it happened that we crossed paths in the daycare. I was picking him up or whatever. And then I was like, oh, wow, she's fit, right? Like, naturally. And then that was it. My humble mind was like, all right, I'll leave it at there. This hawk came prowling, circling me, peacocking, and was like, what's your name? What's your number?
No.
And then she trapped me, and then this is where we are now.
So yeah, we met at my old work in reception, but we saw each other in reception a handful of times. But you eventually were brave enough to ask my Instagram. And then,
classic.
Yeah. It wasn't phone number. It wasn't. At least it could have been worse. It could have been like Snapchat or something. You didn't ask for that.
I don't have
said no.
Snapchat. I'm grown up now.
But yeah, you asked for Instagram, and then you just messaged me from there. But it did take you a good few months to be brave enough to actually.
Yeah, but I'm
interact
just an
with me.
awkward person anyway. Like, on a basketball court in the fashion world, I'm like really extroverted. To go and ask for a number, like, that's scary. Ella didn't know me as a basketball player because I was injured. Who it was. And this was like the worst injury I probably ever had. I tore my patella tendon, so I had a crazy operation, and I was out for pretty much the whole year. So when we met, I was basically some limpy, couldn't barely walk.
On crutches.
On crutches, like, she was like, Jesus, what a poor excuse of a person coming up to me asking for my number.
I'm pretty sure our like third date was you sat on the sofa with your knee up.
Yeah, too right. So she seen me in like my most vulnerable form, and then yeah, so that was it. I wasn't even playing, wasn't even doing anything. I was just a stay-at-home dog dad. In terms of point in my career, it was probably my darkest time. So in a weird way, she was like the light in the situation. There you go, you can get them in shot now. So this.
Yeah, these are our, so Pudge and Milo are our like,
Firstborn,
they
single.
were, when we were single, we had our own children, and then these two are our firstborns together.
Okay, so he can do the basic stuff like respect. Yep. He can do respect to the other paw. Good. We've got with me is the spin, down. Good, focus. Come on. So every time I say focus, he kind of just does that. I thought it'd be cool because I've seen a Belgian Malinois do it in like some sort of assault course, and this Russian guy said set it, and I was like, that's the first trick I'm going to teach him. What else you got? Sit. Down. Leave it. Look at me. So you put it on his paw, and he like leaves it, and I see how long he can do it for. He can do it forever now though, but. Okay. Come on, tell me that's not the coolest dog you've ever met in your life.
Considering he's got husky in him, that is very impressive.
Good job. Ready?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Come on in, chums.
You want to come with me? Come on, you know the drill. Milo, focus, please. Good boy. Wait. Wait. Okay, go. Can't wait for your final game tomorrow.
I don't know if it's gone fast or not. Do you think it's gone fast? I don't think so. I think it's been a long season this year. I think.
It's been a very long season, but at the same time, I feel like this final game's come round without even realising.
Yeah, I think that'll be.
Yeah, Stars is always a really intense environment.
Yeah, it is. It is very nice. It's very intense.
Yeah.
And last year.
With the mums in there.
Mums
drums.
and the drums.
Oh.
Yeah. You love that though. You're going to be one of them.
No,
soon.
that was stressful. Last year was I thought I was going to go deaf after that game.
When we first met, socially, you were very like
Socially awkward?
You were socially awkward. Like you didn't want
I
to be
was.
around big crowds or interact with people.
Yeah,
And
I think
now,
my first game that I ever came to watch, I literally sat in the corner and didn't speak to anyone, didn't
Yeah.
look up at anything apart from when the game was going on.
Yeah.
And now
I can't shut you up, and you can't not talk to people.
you kind of helped me find my confidence.
Yeah, of course. You probably by beating me at Mario Kart gave you enough confidence. Being so close to the finish line is probably the most torturing thing ever. Obviously, she gets to experience. I'm just always talking about basketball, the season, all the time anyway.
He'll finish playing a game and we'll come home and have to re-watch the live stream that night so he can analyse what he did wrong.
That's how you get better.
Yeah.
But obviously, like, for me, like, I do that anyway. I even watch other countries and all my boys that are playing different countries and watch their game. It just shows how good we really are, do you know what I mean? Like, and I want to showcase that in this league as much as we can in terms of everyone wants to beat Solent. Everyone gets excited when they come to our place because we have a great facility, we have a great fan base. We have like really good personnel that like have experience of like whether it's America, Europe, playing professional, like because we have that target on our backs, everyone is always trying to take us down. As long as we're here, we're the best team in the country. So we also have that pressure of we need to kind of protect it. So we would be very upset if we didn't win the league. We would have been upset if we didn't win the cup. And equally, we're going to be very upset if we don't win the playoffs or make the playoff final. It's in our DNA, I feel like. So we have to win it. We wouldn't settle for anything less. The start of the year, the mission hasn't changed. It's win all three. It hasn't been, let's get as far as we can. Let's do the best we can. It's been the goal here. The reason we have this team and this personnel together is because we need to win everything. What you continuously say, you suddenly start to become. We come together, this is our huddle, this is our space. When we do this shout, we're in this together. It's kind of that shared suffering or shared commitment, shared purpose of like, all right, cool. So we just have to keep reminding each other that we are a family first. Everyone's got their own individual goals, which can pollute your mind to thinking, I gotta be selfish. You win, I win. I win, you win. It's a shared thing. So yeah, that's probably it. And then obviously Kestrels is just representing who we're a part of, you know what I mean?
Solent Kestrels taking our time here. Round to Offman. Back to round. Back to Offman. For the three. Cash! And he hits the deck. Solent Kestrels take the W, 72-69, narrowly escaping the London Stars.
It's easy to win the league and the regular season stops. A lot of people take a break and feel like they can just exhale a little bit. It's not that at all. This is not our first trip around playoffs, winning the leagues. We're a very established team, as we proved last year. So just being able to keep that momentum going, and why everyone else is slowing down and thinking what's next, for us we've still got our best basketball yet to play. So it's just making sure that our foot's on the gas and just making sure that everyone's prepared, injuries are free, and we're preparing for whoever's next.
Of course, that man, the AA battery, Andre Aerosol, makes his way onto the floor for the first playoff game of the season.
Oh, that's when I got buckets that game. Yeah, I was cooking.
So left side of the key, one-legged mid-range shot, gets it to go.
Andre Aerosol with some heat to start this fixture.
I remember Andre was just unconscious, like he hit everything. His first shot was a one-legged sort of midi, not even that open. And when he hit that, he never stopped.
Ethan Rand hands it off to Aerosol, pulls it straight away, gets it to go. Andre Aerosol letting it fly.
I'm always someone that rises up to standards and the pressure, and I love the moment. And it was a big game, and I was just, you know what I mean, I had 2 bowls of Rice Krispies that morning.
Aerosol, top of the key, goes left, drop coverage from the defence, good. Bottoms on the 3-point shot.
It was all just flowing for me. I had a good game day fit, like I wasn't questioning myself. I was like, yeah, I weren't changing. I was like, yeah, we're good.
Aerosol gets the screen from Chimachowski, fires it early and bottoms. Fires an arrow into the crowd for good measure.
Oh, the kids, they're my goats. They're like all my little brothers. Like they were like cheering, they had like the little posters and stuff like that. Me being the showboat thinking I'm in like a Disney Channel show anyway. But when I turned to the crowd, I seen them and I was like, yeah, like hype them up. Like they've been hyping up the whole game, so.
Blower, inside pass to Briggs. Dre cuts into the basket, right hand layup, gets it to go.
Round on the outside, bounce in for Briggs. Knocks over defender, bounce into Osei Owusu! Itchen's boy is Kestrel's man! Aerosol spin, drives right, off the window.
Yeah, I just felt great and I was like, just let the game come to me. When I let the game come to me and I just take what is given, I thrive.
And Kestrels will now advance in the Division 1 playoffs where they will play either Majesco or the historic Barking Abbey.
Survive and advance, baby. See you in the semis.
Yeah, so like my whole shoe addiction come from my old coach, Coach Donny. If you ever get to check him out, you see he's got crazy amount of shoes, 10 times more than I do. And then he's blessed over the years to give me quite a few pairs. 2 of the most favourable pairs I got. These Kobe 10 Easter pair. I got these about 1.5 years ago now. It was just before we went out to Slovakia to play in the EYBL. The first pair of Kobe's for me was like, grew up, loved Kobe Bryant, one of my favourite players to date. Always wanted the shoes, and obviously since he passed away, we all seen the market on them skyrocketed. It was a nightmare to get a pair. After a game one night, I was talking about shoes with him, and then went in the back of his van and he pulled out a pair and gave me these. And he said, there's a present for you, Freddie, for EYBL. And like since then, wore these shoes to death. As you can see, like they're completely beat up now, like black scuffs all over them. The airbags, a big problem with Kobe 10 has gone on them. But went out to Slovakia and won the team MVP and out there. So these shoes will always hold a special memory from that trip and also back to my coach. I've got these PG4s here, also from him, like just a random day at camp, pulled up to the camp to help him coach, and after finishing coaching with him, like as a payment, he said, here's some shoes. And then since then, mate, kept him buying more shoes, and then the collection got bigger and bigger. Yeah, so I picked this pair of PG4s up here. I'm not even sure the colourway of like the name of them. Just recently got these ready for playoffs. I really enjoy the PG4, the full-length Zoom Strobel in it. It's a really comfortable shoe. And then I like the zip, if you half zip it for the lockdown, but you have to keep the rest of it done for the style. It's got this nice red on it, which a lot of my shoes don't really have, so I think they're going to look good in that red Kestrels kit for that first home game of the playoffs. Yeah, so here we are. We've got the Kobe 8s, the Kobe 8s here. Anyone familiar with these? Like all the Kobe 8 shoes in one. We've got 2 different mismatched shoes, and these like for me, were the nicest looking Kobe's that ever released. These are obviously the re-release, not the OG pair. I picked these up recently and like not stopped wearing them since. So I had these in the Cola game, and then we had the National Cup finals. I was also wearing these in. So like, these now hold a big part of my thing. Try to keep them nice and clean and not overly destroy these. I want to keep these for the rest of my career now. First ever Basketball England award in them, and obviously, like you said, that big Cola game recently. Yeah, so all the coaches I still regularly speak to, like after my games, even after a training session, any like life events that happen down here, they're all checking in on me, and it's really good. Like, it's a proper family down there, and they care about each other so much. So like, to miss it.
If you guys make playoff finals, which pair are you going to wear?
Oh no, I've not decided yet. Like, the big ones are these ones, and then obviously the what the 8s, like won the Worcester in them already. It might have to come back out, like we've already got the winning luck in them. Hopefully we can keep it that way with them.
Solent Kestrels now up against Barking Abbey to book their place in Manchester.
Yeah, Samuel, both teams well acquainted with one another, obviously played each other in last season's playoff final.
Barking's, to me, is the scariest games of the year. So everything last year, this year, I get excited to play Barking because I know they're very much like us in terms of they're coached well, they're very like drilled.
Finds Jacob Hoffman in the corner, finds the net!
They're both two incredibly well-coached teams. That rivalry is kind of heated up because the one thing that brings out competition is good teams playing against each other. All the players get excited about playing the good teams, so they step up and they start performing bigger, but they perform for the big environments.
Pass into Dre with the left hand off the window is good. The Solent Sports Complex, their 6th man is becoming electric here.
I don't picture Barking as they're just a bunch of young guys. Like, I treat them as if like they are pros or they are seniors because they are that good.
Goes down the other way, goes at Briggs. Durang gets the block. Briggs with the other one. Kestrels get a stop there. Greg offloads Durang in the face of a Sokas, gets it down, and the bench onto their feet.
I just found little pockets of ways to make an impact, and I think that's what we all did. It was one of them sort of chippy games where we all had to just find little ways to impact and little things we could do, which we managed to. And yeah, it was definitely an important win there because we knew that they were a strong team.
Barking on 3, 1, 2, 3. Barking! Yeah! 1, 2, 3.
And the Kings of the South collect their gold, their regular season awards. They will be taking the trip up to Manchester for the playoff final.
The NBL Division 1 playoff final between the Solent Kestrels and the Worcester Wolves. It should be a fascinating encounter. And of course, Luke Bazumbru, Andy, who makes his return.
That's what it all comes down to. Family on 3.
Come on, my boys!
Yesterday I woke up sucking on lemon. Yesterday I woke up sucking on lemon. Yesterday I woke up sucking.
Play the game, not the occasion. We are the more experienced team. We
earned our way here, but it's not going to be given to us. Keep proving every single day why we deserve to win that shit. We have to lift the trophy. Let's fucking go and earn it, boys. Family on 3. 1, 2, 3. Family!
This is their first final. We've been here. We've done this. Okay, and that's not, that's not arrogance. That's not complacency. That's just there's an air of confidence. We've been on this stage before, and we need to conduct ourselves in that way. We know what we want to achieve. We know what, we want to be celebrated. We want the cup to be get. But that what comes with that is just experience. It's poise. It's togetherness. It's bench energy. All right, we're not fazed by this environment. We've been here. All right, so we're just having that mindset for 40 minutes.
Alright, fucking love you guys. One more time. Family on 3. 1, 2, 3. Family!
You're just heads in the game, adrenaline's going, you're not thinking of anything else, you're not thinking of the crowd, you're not thinking of outside, you're just fully focused.
Get blocked by Briggs as Ferreira was going to the basket. Ethan Round is wide open. That's a 3.
He's been doing that for years versus a ring rocket.
Now as a play for Solent.
It would have been naive of us to expect to win the treble and just expect to walk in. We had to fight. Like, there was no chance we were just going to waltz in there and walk out with a trophy. So yeah, we all knew that we had to give 100%.
The extra pass round corner pocket. Aerosol in a straitjacket. Whistle is gone. It'll be a Worcester possession.
No, we had a game plan. Obviously we scouted Worcester very well. I feel like they scouted us very well as well. They always knew what our plays were called, what actions we were doing. So it was just a game of who was technically better.
Bulls aren't here just to make up the numbers. They're giving them a game. They've got to settle down and realise there's going to be a fight for the full 40 minutes.
Bazumbru now right down the middle. Bit of a Euro step action and he gets it to fall.
Unbelievable. He caught his own number that time, went coast to coast.
Luckily for us, this isn't our first final or first time being on a stage like that. And when you go against a great team like Worcester, you don't know how it's going to go. So we can go in confident. We know in our heads that we're the better team. When it comes to one moment, it's anyone's game.
That was beautiful.
That's beautiful basketball.
There's a second differential between the shot and the game clock. There is Aerosol. There is Kitenge.
Put it on a plate from the big man obliges by putting it in the basket.
For Solent, they've found their groove in the final 2 to 3 minutes of the first, and they take a 23-18 lead.
We've been tested and we've been together for a while and we've kind of gone through those moments. It's almost a part of it to go through that sort of like annoyance, but because we have been tested, we're able to get through that and yeah, got sort of express those frustrations, but then be able to come up with a solution together.
Let's say Owusu. There is Blower, straight away 3.
Unbelievable momentum right now. Solent are heating up.
No, I feel like we have the main thing we had over them is quite a lot of experience. Like we've been there before, like we've done that before, like in the previous year. And also like the comments we have through the season, knowing who we have in our locker room. Yeah, the experience we lent on and we kind of remained comfortable and didn't tense up at those moments because we know that's not going to help. So I felt confident the whole time we could control it.
Good help defense and the steal from the defensive player of the year, Aerosol. There is Bazumbru, there's the finish, and the Kestrels off and running. Timeout, Dean Blake.
For most people that don't know, me and Luke are like blood brothers. He's been through such a journey with basketball and also been so successful with basketball that seeing him go down in that way is heartbreaking. It wasn't just about, oh, we've lost a really good player for us. It was about, that's sad for him. Like, he shouldn't have played that final. And I say that to him, I was like, there's no pressure. He shouldn't have played it. But because he was a part of the family and 2 feet in, he knew that he wanted to do that, be that sacrifice to make sure that we do get it over the line. And that's just a testament to who he is as a person.
Single figures at the break. A lot of basketball yet to play, but the Solent Kestrels on top, 43-34.
So that doubt can definitely start to creep in and it can definitely start to affect you. But it's something I've worked on to try and sort of manage that and control that, and then going into the second half, it sort of became, I just had to focus on the goal, remember what the goal was, and sort of just forget all the mistakes, you know, they're going to happen, you just forget and move on.
Nearly stolen by Aerosol. Godwin still has it with 8 to shoot. Godwin turns the corner and lays it up and in. Such a quick step to the basket.
Yeah, they just started talking, which is fine. I love it. And I just turned into like what I like to call Dre Star. It's like my different persona, so I call that Dre Star.
And Bazumbu reclaims it back. Aerosol, the catch and shoot.
You can't hear it, but they go like brick or like that's a miss or something. And I knew it was going in, so I already kind of like preempted, like,
money! Absolutely huge shot from Aerosol.
And I was just like pointing them, just let them know like stay there, like enjoy the show type energy, like that was kind of the vibes.
Solent have the advantage, but by no means comfortable. Just listen to the roar of the Worcester fans. Hoffman, no. Ball is loose. Rennie comes up with it. Rennie, the finish. Timeout, Matt Guyman. Finn Rennie with the score.
Hey, forget it. Last 30, that's all that matters. That's all that matters.
27 seconds remain in the NBL Division 1 finale. Round. There is Aerosol. And Aerosol fouled. Big free throw from Andre Aerosol. He's been here before. Cans them both. But Solent know that it's not over yet. They're smacking hands now, but they know they need to get a stop. Quick score needed. Zante to the basket, blocked by Durand. Ball out of bounds, it will stay with the Wolves. Three-pointer up, no. Brown rebounds. Foul is called, they want to look sportsmanlike. He slices the second. Brown rebounds and supremacy to Solent in Manchester. The Solent Kestrels were made to work hard for that one. But they are your NBL Division 1 winners. The tremendous treble is complete for Matt Guyman's side. But my goodness me, did they have to work hard for it.
I had the rebound, I looked up at the clock as it ran out, and then I turned back and looked at the court, and there's a clip of me screaming with the ball and stuff.
Everything I've done my whole career, like amounting into that, one moment in the end, just think of all the people that have helped me along the way, old coaches this year, teammates, it's all come to mind at once, just thinking it's all led to that one moment.
It was probably one of the best moments of my life. It's probably the way that I could describe it. I don't think of it as just the weekend, I think of it as kind of like the last chapter of the book of this year, and it's been poetic.
About this is what the big games are about. Yo, you man, for real, the whole season we've shown absolute character. You need to understand how hard it is to get the treble. Alright, this is history right here, and I'm so proud of every single one of you, and I love you guys. One, two, three.
To reap the rewards, the tremendous treble complete from Southampton with love. The Solent Kestrels, the 2026 playoff winners. His list of individual accolades just keeps on growing. Andre Aerosol, 19 points. Couple of three-pointers, 4 assists, 2 steals. MVP.
Yeah, idiots, I love you. We love you too. Let's get
Family on three. 1, 2, 3. Family!
I'm with the AP for 200K. They told me that false rainbow face. They hope I fall off. Ain't no way. I might be alright, but it ain't okay.
Went left, right. I went left to stay left, and then nothing to say. But like I chose left, and once I went different, like went the different direction, like nothing's ever been the same. Do you know what I mean? Like you don't just follow the crowd. You do like be the difference. Walk your own path. And like I went left, and I stayed left. And nothing's ever been the same. Like to me, like I've sacrificed so much this year. I'm not just basketball, I'm doing so much on the outside. Like I haven't done the conventional route of what it means to be a pro. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm not just basketball and that's all I do and I game a little bit, then I play. Like I'm doing so much. I'm up at 5, I go to bed at like 11, like everything is like consistent. What I eat, the way I sleep, everything is the same. I feel like I went left in like the British basketball game. And I stayed left, and nothing's ever been the same. You know, we won the treble, and like, so that's my anthem for this year. So shout out Gunner.
Oh yeah.
I'm just family. It sounds weird, but it really is. Like every time we speak, and every time I think about the season, that's the only words that like really come to mind.
I'd say magic as one word.
And then I'd just say, just proud. I suppose treble.
No more talk. The talk's over.
Family on three. This is going on. Because I know how these men stay. My hair will be soaked. I know what you men are like. You know what I'm saying? These are sticky vibes. Come on now.
Back to my coach. And alongside that, I've got these.
Oi, hurry up!
I'll rap you right now in front of camera. I'll drop you in front of the dog team.
Like UFC, I'll stop.
And on the first try, how did he do it?
You're gonna film me into shit.
You like jazz?
No more interviews.
It's Jay. Got you, mate.
I ain't got enough mouths to bite.
Doesn't really work as well.
Where is it? It's pretty hot.
This one.
Yeah. Right, I'll go to it. Cut that again.
What's that? Good stuff.
Right, you really got turned up with that one.
Boys. Love you all.
Cheers.